Senator O'Brien.
Thank you, Mr. President. We rise today with a very heavy heart after an unspeakable tragedy that occurred in Kalamazoo County on Saturday night. The shooter was arraigned yesterday for the killing of 6 people and wounding 2 others in a series of shootings that began Saturday evening and went early into Sunday morning. On Saturday night, Tina Carruthers was shot multiple times in a parking lot at her townhome in Richland Township. She's credited with saving the lives of the children that were out playing in the yard. She's still hospitalized in critical condition but is expected to live. A second shooting occurred in the city of Kalamazoo that killed both Richard Smith and his son Tyler while they were looking for a car at a car lot. A third shooting happened in Texas Township at the Cracker Barrel, where Mary Jo Nye, Dorothy Brown, Barbara Hawthorne, and Mary Lou Nye were all fatally shot. Additionally, Abigail Koff, a 14-year-old, was also shot but is still fighting for her life, and we're standing with her and hoping for a quick and full recovery. Also surviving is Tyler's girlfriend, who witnessed the shootings at the car lot unbeknownst to the shooter. Her heroic 911 call allowed police to quickly track down the murderer and connect all the shootings. It's been a tragedy that people who came to my community were brutally killed and injured while doing activities that you and I normally do. And the impact of these shootings were not just felt in Kalamazoo County. Standing behind me are other senators who had victims that were killed in this shooting. I'm grateful for the amazing work of our law enforcement officers who acted quickly to keep the public safe and to stop additional violence. We had great coordination between the Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety, Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Office, and the Michigan State Police. My thoughts and prayers are with the victims, their friends and family, the public safety officers and elected officials, and all the residents of Kalamazoo County and the entire Southwest Michigan region as we lost some of our own. There's no explanation for the events that occurred. The shooter may have done this to try to weaken our community, but he did not win. Rather, our community has shone through this darkness. We are celebrating the lives of the innocent people. We are rallying together, and we will be stronger. I am surrounded by my colleagues, all of whom had constituents that were victims, and I know that some of them would like to speak. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator, and thank you, everyone, for giving us this time today to talk about this tragic incident. It's obviously with an extremely heavy heart that I rise to honor 3 citizens from my community who lost their lives on Saturday evening. My prayers go out to their victims and their families of this tragedy, as well as a special prayer for a 14-year-old young lady who went to a school in my district and was still fighting for her life in Brunson Hospital. May God comfort them all and bring them strength in this difficult time in their lives. Among those that we lost was an individual who regularly contacted my office to share professional and personal insight on the many education issues that we grapple with here in the state on a daily basis. The Battle Creek community is in pain today, as we have been over the last weekend. But I can assure you that we will continue to honor the memory of those involved and support the justices for those families and pray for the young lady still fighting every minute of every day to stay alive. If there's anything good that came out of this was the extraordinary law enforcement services. Being in law enforcement for 30 years myself, we had the local police department, the sheriff's department, and the Michigan State Police who did just a great job. It's called a unified command. There are 3 different scenes. The first scene was handled by the Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Department at the apartment complex out in the township. Department of Public Safety of Kalamazoo did a great job in the second call of the random shooting at the dealership down near Western Michigan University. And in the third scene, several minutes later, Well, the 4 people passed away from my community at the Cracker Barrel on I-94 out in Texas Township, I believe it is. It's just so extraordinary how they all coordinated. It's one of the worst events a police officer, a police department, or a community can ever have to deal with, is the unknown. When someone is out there randomly picking anybody without any discretion, without any rhyme or reason, and kill them and take their life. And he or she is still out there. In this case, it was a he. But those 3 law enforcement agencies coordinated so well, got the information out. I'm going to give kudos to the local police, or the local TV station too, WWMT Channel 3 in Kalamazoo, who stayed on air continuously, giving us information as a community and what to expect and what the latest information was. As well as all the social individuals that use social media to help spread the information and tried to alert everybody that there were some random killings going on and it still wasn't over. And so with that, we as a community and a state are blessed to have such great local police departments, sheriff's departments, and the Michigan State Police come together and within hours capture this individual in downtown Kalamazoo at a local bar in the parking lot. So I want to thank all those men and women who helped in this extraordinary event to keep us all safe, as they do each and every day. We should never, ever forget them in their prayers, especially recently, as we all know, they've been attacked by different incidents around the United States. These men and women out there every day giving their lives to protect us and did a great job there, so I just want to really commend them. The impact of this act of selfless violence is shared by all Michiganders, Republicans, Democrats, young and old. And our message to the city of Kalamazoo and to the families of the victim is clear. We stand with you, and we are here for you each and every day as you go forward. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mr. President, if I might just repeat the names of the victims one more time. Richard Smith and his 17-year-old son who lived in Kalamazoo County but went to school in Van Buren County. Mary Jo Nye, Dorothy Brown, Barbara Hawthorne, all of Battle Creek. Mary Lou Nye of Baroda, Senator Prost's district. And then fighting for her life is Abigail Koff, 14-year-old from Calhoun County. And Tiana Crothers from Kalamazoo County also survives. And witnessing but uninjured is Tyler's girlfriend, who also attends Madawan High School in Senator Shoemaker's district. I would ask for a moment of silence to honor the victims of this tragedy and their loved ones during a very difficult time for our entire region.
Please rise for a moment of silence.